in the again we are have to study the full details about the nervous system. Okay, so basic introduction about the what is the nervous system, I hope you all well know. Okay, but still we will start from the basic terms. Okay, so the first point, that means the nervous system is about to regulate the body activity by responding the rapidly using nerve impulse. That means the action potential. Okay, action potential kya hota hai? What is the action potential? We already discussed. Okay, how much potential we need to come in the actions. We need to come in the action means how much potency, how much energy required to a single cell. Okay, to come in the action. That is the action potential. So the nervous system will regulate the body activities by responding rapidly using the nerve impulse. ठीक है, तो नर्वस सिस्टम क्या करता है, बॉडी के एक्टिविटीज को रेगुलेट करने का काम करता है. अब बॉडी के एक्टिविटी को ये रेगुलेट कैसे करेंगे, हाउ इट विल रेगुलेट द बॉडी एक्टिविटी, बाय रिस्पॉन्डिंग रैपिडली. ओके, क्विक रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे यूजिंग द नर्व इम्पल्स. So nerve impulse, that means the action potential are those things by which the nervous system will regulate the body activity. ठीक है, तो एक्शन पोटेंशियल का यूज करके, नर्व इम्पल्स का यूज करके जो नर्वस सिस्टम्स होते हैं ये क्या करते हैं, ओवरऑल बॉडीज की एक्टिविटी को रेगुलेट करते हैं. तो इज इट क्लियर? सो होल बॉडी में, पूरी बॉडी की कोई भी एक्टिविटी हो, चाहे स्मॉल एक्टिविटी हो, इवन इट इज ए स्मॉल एक्टिविटी और लार्ज एक्टिविटी, all the activities inside the bodies is regulated by the nervous systems by using the nerve impulse. Okay, the endocrine system respond more slowly, though no less effectively, by releasing the hormones. If you're talking about the endocrine system is already regulate the body activity because it's a hormonal activity. Okay, it's hormonal regulations. Now we know it's a hormone. Okay, it's a chemical messenger. So obviously, if we compare the two things, one is the chemical messenger, and second one will be the action potential or nerve impulse. तो आप देख सकते हैं कि नर्व इम्पल्स क्या होता है, एक इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स होता है जो करंट के ऊपर काम करते हैं, जिसमें इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स जनरेशन होता है. तो ऑब्वियसली दे विल एक्ट फास्ट. ओके, ये जल्दी काम करेंगे, रैपिड काम करेंगे, बिकॉज इट्स एक्टिंग थ्रू द नर्व इम्पल्स. सेकेंड साइड में, if you see the endocrine system, it will release the hormone that will regulate the activity. So it will obviously slow slow acting, but long lasting किसकी होगी, हॉर्मोन्स की होगी, इंडोक्राइन सिस्टम्स की होगी, क्योंकि ये भले एक्शन स्लो में स्लो करेंगे बट लॉन्ग टर्म्स तक रिलीज होंगे, तो ये लॉन्ग टर्म तक एक्शन प्रोड्यूस करेंगे. जबकि इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स रैपिड डेवलपमेंट होते हैं, रैपिड जनरेट होते हैं, फास्ट जनरेट होते हैं और फास्ट ट्रेवल करते हैं, और जितनी जल्दी ट्रेवल करेंगे उतनी जल्दी ये डिमिनाइज्ड हो जाते हैं, खत्म भी हो जाते हैं. ओके, सो दीज आर द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग्स. Second thing, besides helping to maintain the homeostasis, the nervous system is also responsible for our perception, behavior, and memories, and initiate all voluntary movement. Okay, ना सिर्फ होम्योस्टेसिस को मेंटेन करने का काम करते हैं, जैसे कि हमने नर्वस सिस्टम की बात की, इट विल रेगुलेट द बॉडी एक्टिविटीज. सो व्हाट इज द होम्योस्टेसिस? If every organs inside the body is performing their function in a proper and well manner, that means the homeostasis will be managed. अगर कोई organ अपना काम नहीं कर रहा है properly, so that means the homeostasis will be disturbed. So ना सिर्फ homeostasis को maintain करने का काम करते हैं ये, except that rather than it is also responsible for our perception, what we feel. ठीक है, बिहेवियर्स, हमारी जो मेमोरीज होते हैं. ओके, एंड ऑल द अदर वॉल्वेंट्री मूवमेंट्स जो हम अपनी डिजायर से, जो हम अपनी इच्छा से मूव कर सकते हैं. ओके, these all can be controlled by the these nervous system. Now the branches of medical science that deals with the normal functioning and disorder of the nervous system is neurology. Okay, so neurology is the words that means neuro means nerves and logy means study. तो वो ब्रांच जिसमें हम न्यूरॉन्स, नर्व्स की स्टडी करते हैं, दैट विल बी नोन एज द न्यूरोलॉजीज. एंड द डायग्नोसिस एंड द फिजिशियंस जो इस ये परफॉर्म करते हैं, दैट विल बी द न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट. Now the structure that make up the nervous systems. What is the nervous system? We discussed, no? Nervous system will regulate the all body activities by rapid acting using the nerve impulse. वो नर्वस सिस्टम हो गया. बट नर्वस सिस्टम कंपोज किससे है, किस किस चीज से बना हुआ है? व्हाट इज द कंपोजिशन, व्हाट इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द नर्वस सिस्टम? So the structure that make up the nervous system include the brain, cranial nerves and their branches, the spinal cords, spinal nerves, their branches, ganglia and reflexes and the sensory receptors. These all are the structure that is make a complete nervous system. So ये पूरी चीजें मिला के एक नर्वस सिस्टम बन जाती है, जिसमें अब मेनली आपको देखने को क्या मिलेगा? ब्रेन एंड स्पाइनल कॉर्ड्स. ओके, जिसे हम नर्वस सिस्टम को अगर डिवाइड करने की बात करें, व्हेन वी डिवाइडेड द नर्वस सिस्टम्स, वी कैन डिवाइड इन सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम्स एंड पेरिफेरल नर्वस सिस्टम्स. ओके, नाउ सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम्स कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू ब्रेन एंड स्पाइनल कॉर्ड्स. Similarly, peripheral nervous system can be divided into autonomic and somatic nervous systems. Okay, so these all things are the structure of the nervous system. So it includes the brain, cranial nerves, spinal cords, spinal nerves, ganglia, enteric plexus, and the sensory receptors. Now see what is the function of the nervous systems. अब nervous systems से क्या क्या functions हो सकते हैं? So it's again going to important parameter of the function of the nervous system. So the nervous system carries out a complex array of tasks. It allows us to sense the various smell, produce the speech, remember the past event. In addition, it provides the signals that control the body movement, regulate the operation of internal organ. These diverse activities can be grouped into the three basic functions: sensory, integrative, and motor. Now, if you want to understand about the function of the nervous system, कि नर्वस सिस्टम के क्या क्या फंक्शंस हो सकते हैं, तो जो सबसे फर्स्ट लाइन थी जो हमने डिस्कस किया था, द नर्वस सिस्टम विल रेगुलेट द ऑल बॉडी एक्टिविटी. अगर ये बॉडी की सारी एक्टिविटी को रेगुलेट कर रही है, दैट मीन्स एवरीथिंग विल बी द फंक्शन ऑफ द नर्वस सिस्टम. तो बॉडी में जो भी चीजें हो रही हैं वो सब किसके फंक्शंस है? नर्वस सिस्टम के फंक्शंस है. सो ओवरऑल इट कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू द थ्री बेसिक ग्रुप्ड, और थ्री बेसिक कैटेगरी में इसको डिवाइड कर दिया गया, जिसको बोला गया सेंसरी फंक्शन, इंटीग्रेटिव फंक्शन एंड मोटर फंक्शंस. सेंसरी फंक्शंस क्या हो सकते हैं? तो सेंसरी रिसेप्टर डिटेक्ट द इंटरनल स्टिमुलाई such as increase in the blood acidity, external stimuli such as the raindrop landing on your arm. This sensory information is then carried into the brain and spinal cord through the cranial and spinal nerves. Now, first one is the sensory function that will be carried out by the sensory receptor. And we know receptor is a macromolecule that is present on the cells. अब अगर एक ब्लड वेसल्स के अंदर की बात की जाए, जिसके अंदर एक रिसेप्टर्स होगा, जो ब्लड वेसल्स के अंदर जो इंटरनल स्टिमुलाई है, जो ब्लड में किसी भी तरह का अगर कोई चेंजेस हो रहा है, अगर कोई इसकी कंपोजिशन चेंज हो रही है या प्रेशर चेंज हो रहा है, सो इट विल डिटेक्ट एंड इन्फॉर्म टू द ब्रेन. इट्स अ इंटरनल स्टिमुलाई. एक्सटर्नल स्टिमुलाई क्या हो सकते हैं? लाइक द इन्वायरमेंट. ओके, रेन ड्रॉप लैंडिंग ऑन योर आर्म्स. ओके, आपके आर्म्स पे one drop of the rain, when it will forward, it will lands on your arms, you can feel, you can percept that raindrops. So that is the external stimuli. Okay, so this type of the informations will travel by the electrical impulse and goes to the brain and spinal cords. Okay, and the brain can feel that things. So the first function is the sensory function. So any type of the sense that can carried out to the brain. Second function क्या है? Motor functions. Once sensory information is integrated, the nervous system may elicit an appropriate motor response by the activating the effector through the cranial and spinal nerves. Okay, same process may, when the brain will feel, when brain will receive the sensory informations, now it will integrated that information by the motor system. Okay, and it will produce a response on the affecting organs through the cranial and spinal nerves. So stimulation of these effector causes the muscles to contract and gland to secrete So that will the command given by the brain to the individual affected organs. So that is the motor function. Now third one is the integrative function. The nervous system integrate, that means the process the sensory information by analyzing and storing some of it, and by making a decision for appropriate response. An important integrative function is perception. The conscious awareness of the sensory stimuli and perception occur in the brain. So these are the three functions that will carried out by the brain. The first one is the sensory function, motor function, and integrative functions. Okay. So एक example देखिए sensory function, motor function, and integrative functions का. If you remember, I taught you in your earlier classes that when the blood pressure will be increases, okay, अगर BP बढ़ जाता है, then what will be the chances to maintain the BP? You know, when the BP will be increased, the negative feedback will work to maintain the homeostasis. कैसे maintain करते थे अगर आपको याद हो? When the BP will be increases, it's a internal stimuli. Blood pressure क्या हो रहा है? Increase हो रहा है. ये internal stimuli activate होंगे. So it will give you information to the स्ट्रेच रिसेप्टर प्रेजेंट इन द ब्लड वेसल्स. जो ब्लड वेसल्स में रिसेप्टर्स हैं वो इस इंफॉर्मेशन को रिसीव करते हैं एंड कैरिड दीज सिग्नल्स टू द ब्रेन, और ये ब्रेन को सिग्नल दी जाती है. दैट्स अ सेंसरी इंफॉर्मेशन. ये सेंसरी है, पहला वाला फंक्शन जो हो गया आपका सेंसरी फंक्शन. ब्रेन को इन्फॉर्म कर दिया गया नाउ ब्लड प्रेशर इज इंक्रीजिंग. ओके, नाउ सेकंड फंक्शन मोटर फंक्शन विल स्टार्ट. ओके, in the motor functions and in the integrative functions, so brain will decode that message, okay, and receive the information. इस information को brain receive करेगा. Now brain will think how we can control the blood pressure. So what will happen? Brain will give a command to the heart as well as the blood vessels. ठीक है? So now these are the effector organs. Effector organ कौन कौन से हो जाएंगे? One is the heart and second is the blood vessels. So that is the motor function. Now integrative functions, okay, they are reading the sensory informations and acting on the affecting organs. Okay, और उन्होंने क्या बोला? हार्ट को क्या बोला? नर्वस सिस्टम क्या कहेगा? नाउ decrease your heart rate. So heart rate will be decreased. First effector organ. Second effector organ कौन सा है? Blood vessels. Now the nervous systems will direct to the blood vessels now become dilated. Okay, so the blood vessels will dilate. So blood vessels dilate हो जाएंगे, heart rate slow हो जाएगा, so blood pressure क्या हो जाएंगे? Drop होने लगेंगे. So these are the function of the nervous system. So nervous system can perform the function by these three categories: sensory information, motor information, and integrative functions. Now these are the classification of the nervous systems जो हम already कई बार पढ़ चुके हैं, देख चुके हैं. So we will go forward. अब हम अगर if we study about the histology of the nervous tissue, histology means tissue study. Histos means tissue and logy means study. So how is this composed? Nervous system compositions. So nervous tissue consists of two type of the cells. अगर हम nervous tissue की बात करें, neurons की बात करें, so it is composed are the two different type of the cells, neurons and neuroglia. अब जब भी हम नर्वस की बात करते हैं या न्यूरॉन्स की बात करते हैं, डोंट बी कंफ्यूज्ड विद द आर्टरीज एंड वेन्स. ओके, क्योंकि बहुत से ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं जब नर्वस को किससे रिलेट किया जाता है? नर्व्स से, या आर्टरी या वेन से. सो इट्स नॉट आर्टरी या वेन. ओके, डोंट बी कंफ्यूज्ड बाय द टर्म्स. नर्व्स एक हिंदी वर्ड्स है, उर्दू की वर्ड्स हैं, व्हाइल इट इज अ नर्वस टिश्यू. ओके, so nervous tissues consist of two type of the cells, neurons and neuroglia. So दो चीजें हैं ऐसे कि neurons और neuroglia है जो क्या बना रही हैं? Nervous tissue बना रही हैं. Now neurons provide the most of the unique function of the nervous systems such as sensing, thinking, remembering, controlling muscles activity and regulating the glandular secretions. Okay, so these are the unique functions that will be carried out by the neurons, while neuroglia will the second composition that will support, nourish, protect the neurons and maintain the homeostasis in the interstitial fluids that pass them. Okay, so neurons and neuroglia, these are the two different tissue, okay, different cells. that will compose the nervous tissue. So neurons का एक अपना unique functions होगा जो सेंसिंग, थिंकिंग, रिमेम्बरिंग, मसल्स एक्टिविटी कंट्रोलिंग, ग्लैंडुलर सेक्रेशंस कंट्रोलिंग इसे परफॉर्म करेंगे, while neuroglia will give the nourishment to the neurons and give the protection and support to the neurons. So these two nervous tissues are neurons and neuroglia. Any questions till that? अभी तक जो भी हमने पढ़ा फर्स्ट स्लाइड्स टू न्यूरॉन्स एंड न्यूरोग्लिया इंट्रोडक्शंस, कुछ क्वेश्चंस है? इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट देन रेज योर हैंड. अभी तक कोई क्वेश्चंस है? कुछ माइंड्स में कोई डाउट? यश, अभिमन्यु. अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ.
नहीं सर, होमियोस्टेटिस के बारे में थोड़ा बता दीजिए.
बेटा होमियोस्टेसिस दैट मींस द आवर बॉडीज इंटरनल इन्वायरमेंट. ठीक है, दैट मींस when all the body organ will perform their function in a properly and well manner. जब सारे ऑर्गन्स अपना प्रॉपर काम कर रहे हो बॉडी में, बॉडी के अंदर किसी भी तरह की कोई भी डिसेबिलिटीज, एबनॉर्मेलिटीज या डिसफंक्शंस ना हो, ठीक है, बॉडी के अंदर सब कुछ अप्रोप्रिएट हो, अपना काम कर रहे हो, सो दैट विल बी द कंप्लीट होमियोस्टेसिस. जो हमारे बॉडी का इंटरनल इन्वायरमेंट होता है, दैट इज द होमियोस्टेसिस. ओके, जब ये होमियोस्टेसिस डिस्टर्ब, जब ये होमियोस्टेसिस डिस्टर्ब होगा, और ये कब डिस्टर्ब होगा? when the organs will not perform their functions, okay, or any deficiency in the functions of the organs. जब कोई भी organs अपने proper functions, अपना 100% performance नहीं दे पाते हैं, तब बॉडी में कुछ ना कुछ चेंजेस आती हैं, तब बॉडी में कुछ ना कुछ फंक्शंस में एबनॉर्मलिटीज आ जाती हैं, तो बॉडी का जो होमियोस्टेसिस होता है वो डिस्टर्ब होता है. ओके, सो दैट विल बी
ओके
फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म. Okay, Bhimanu?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, still any questions? और किसी कुछ पूछना है अभी? ओके, ठीक है, तो फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं. Okay, so we see the two different types of the cells in the nervous tissue. One is the neurons and neuroglia. So first one is the neurons, and the neurons, like the muscle cells, nerve neurons, जिसको nerve cells भी कहते हैं, possess the electrical excitability and the ability to respond to a stimulus and convert it into an action potential. एक स्टिमुलस को हाउ इट विल बी कन्वर्ट इनटू द एक्शन पोटेंशियल, ये बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, कि किसी भी स्टिमुलाइज को, कोई भी अगर एक स्टिमुलाई है जिसने स्टिमुलेट किया है किसी पर्टिकुलर सेल्स या रिसेप्टर्स को, नाउ हाउ इट विल बी कन्वर्ट इनटू द एक्शन पोटेंशियल. ओके, दैट मींस द पोटेंसी, द एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू अ सेल कम इनटू द एक्शन. अभी तक सेल क्या है? अभी तक सेल आराम कर रही है. ओके, दे आर नॉट परफॉर्मिंग देयर फंक्शंस. सो कुछ ऐसे स्टिमुलाई हुए, कुछ ऐसे जनरेशन हुई, स्टिमुलस हुआ जो सेल्स को क्या करते हैं? स्टिमुलेट करते हैं. नाउ सेल विल कन्वर्ट इनटू द एक्शन पोटेंशियल. सो दैट स्टिमुलस हाउ मच स्ट्रॉन्ग, ये जो स्टिमुलस है ये कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग है? क्या ये इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग है कि ये एक नॉर्मल जो इम्पल्स है उसको एक्शन पोटेंशियल में कन्वर्ट कर सकता है? ओके, सो स्टिमुलस इज any changes in the environment that is strong enough to initiate an action potential. Okay, that means stimulus कौन सा होगा? जो strong enough होगा, जो initiate कर सकता है किसको? action potential को. okay, और हम पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, action potential is a, या इसको nerve impulse भी कहते हैं, is an electrical signals. okay, तो क्या करते हैं? propagate करते हैं, travel करेंगे along the surface of the membrane of a neurons. जो न्यूरॉन के सरफेस पे, मेम्ब्रेन सरफेस पे प्रोपेगेट करते हैं, ट्रेवल करते हैं. सो न्यूरॉन्स आर द सेल considered to be the basis of the nervous tissue, and they are responsible for electrical signals that communicate the information about the sensation and that produce the movement in the response to those stimuli, along with indicating the thought process within the brain. Okay, so जो भी process हो रही होती हैं, that will be all carried out by these neurons. An important part of the function of neurons is in their structure or shape. The three-dimensional shape of these cells make the immense numbers of the connection within the nervous systems possible. अब कितने कौन कौन से पार्ट्स होते हैं न्यूरॉन्स के? So most neurons have the three parts: cell body, dendrites and axons. Okay, so जितने भी न्यूरॉन्स हैं उनके तीन बेसिक आपको पार्ट्स मिलेंगे देखने के, जिसमें एक उसका सेल बॉडी होगा, one is a dendrites होंगे and third one is axons. Okay, so the main part of a neurons is the cell body. Okay, why it is a cell body? It is also known as the soma. Soma, that means Greek words that means the body. Okay, so the main parts of the neurons is the cell body. Second one is the dendrites, that is the tentacles like structure on surrounding of the cell bodies, and one is the axon, the one stalk like structure. So the cell body contains the nucleus and most of the major organelles. uh, whatever is the organelles, that means जो small organs होंगे inside the cells, ये सारे कहाँ होंगे? सेल बॉडी के अंदर होंगे, जो न्यूक्लियस भी इसके अंदर होगा और ऑल द मेजर ऑर्गेनल्स इसके अंदर होंगे. बट व्हाट मेक्स न्यूरॉन्स स्पेशल इज दैट they have many extension of their cells membranes which are generally referred to as a processes. न्यूरॉन्स को स्पेशल क्या बनाता है? व्हाट इज द प्रॉपर्टी दैट मेक्स द न्यूरॉन्स मोर स्पेशल इज दैट they have the many extension, उनके पास बहुत सारे extensions होते हैं cells membranes के. ओके, जो प्रोसेस में रेफर किए जाते हैं. So these are usually described as having the one and only one axon, a fiber जिसको हम nerve fibers भी बोलते हैं, that emerge from the cell body and project to the target cells. Okay, so जो axon structures होते हैं, जो nerve fibers होते हैं, वो इसी एक्सॉन्स पे रैप्ड होते हैं, रैपिंग्स होती हैं, एंड दे विल इमर्ज फ्रॉम द सेल बॉडी, ये सेल बॉडी से निकले हुए होते हैं, एंड प्रोजेक्टेड टू द टारगेट सेल, और टारगेट सेल्स पे प्रोजेक्टेड किए जाते हैं. सो द न्यूरॉन्स, द डेंड्राइट्स विल रिसीव अ सिग्नल्स from the sensory information from the receptor, from the different cells nerve impulses. It will propagate these nerve impulses to the cell body. सबसे पहले क्या हुआ? डेंड्राइट्स विल रिसीव द इंफॉर्मेशन, इट विल प्रोपोगेट टू द सेल बॉडी जहाँ पे न्यूक्लियस होंगे, डिफरेंट सेल ऑर्गेनेल्स होंगे, एंड आफ्टर दैट these impulse, these action potential will travel and propagate to the whole axon and targeted to the next cell. Okay, so these are the functions. Now that signals axon can branch repeatedly to communicate with many target cells. It is the axon that propagate the nerve impulse, which is communicated to the one another more cells. I just told you these things. The other processes of the neurons are dendrites, which receive the information from other neurons. We already discussed these points. Okay. One important thing is the known as the synapses. Okay. So when the dendrites will receive information from the other neurons at the specialized area, that is known as the synapse. The dendrites are usually highly branched processes providing the location for other neurons. Okay, and to communicate within the cell body, information flow through a neuron from dendrites across the cell body and down to the axon. So what is the path by which the action potential will travel, the impulse will travel? So first it will be received by the dendrite, second it will be goes to the cell bodies, and then goes down to the axon and then to the targeted cells. So these all are the process of the traveling of the action potential and or traveling of the information. So this gives the neurons a polarity, meaning that information flows in the one direction. So इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? Information एक direction में flow कर रहा है. Okay. Where the axon emerges from the cell body, there is a special region referred to as the axon hillock. एक बार मैं फिर से बता दूं, डोंट बॉदर. ओके, अगर आपको यहाँ पे सब कुछ क्लियर नहीं होता है, सब कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है, तो सेम एक्सपेरिमेंट. ओके, आफ्टर लंच वी हैव द एक्सपेरिमेंट अबाउट द सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम. ठीक है, लंच के बाद हमारा जो प्रैक्टिकल सेशन होगा, उसमें आज का हमारा प्रैक्टिकल सेशन का टॉपिक भी सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम से है. ओके, सो आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट अगेन and with a full demonstration of the videos lecture. Okay, so कोई भी डाउट्स अगर अभी यहाँ पे डेवलप हो रहा है तो आप अपना पूछ सकते हैं, फिर से आप इसको एक बार पढ़िए। अगर स्टिल डाउट बना हुआ है तो ड्यूरिंग द लंच सेशन जब हम प्रैक्टिकल परफॉर्म करेंगे तो मैं और क्लियर कर दूंगा। ओके, सो डोंट बी बॉदर, कोई बॉदर करने की जरूरत नहीं है, घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। वी विल क्लियर एवरीथिंग वन बाय वन, स्टेप बाय स्टेप। यस सागर।
सर एक्सॉन हेलक क्या होता है सर?
ओके बेटा अभी तो मैंने एक्सॉन हेलक बताया ही नहीं, ठीक है। आई एम इन द प्रोसेस, आई एम इन द वे। अभी हमने एक्सॉन हेलक को डिस्कस किया ही नहीं है, ठीक है। सो जस्ट लिसन मी फर्स्ट, देन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन। ओके सागर। ओके, सो दिस गिव्स द न्यूरॉन्स अ पोलैरिटी। अब ये जो सेम प्रोसेस है, जो सारे प्रोसेस चल रहे हैं, ओके, सो दैट द इंफॉर्मेशन फ्लो इन द वन डायरेक्शन। तो हमने देखा कि सारा जो फ्लो है, जो इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स जो फ्लो हो रहे हैं, जो प्रोपेगेट हो रहे हैं, जो ट्रेवल हो रहे हैं, वन डायरेक्शन से फ्लो हो रहे हैं। डेंड्राइट से रिसीव करना, सेल बॉडी को जाना, एंड देन एक्सॉन्स में ट्रेवल करना। वेयर द एक्सॉन दैट मीन्स इमर्जेस फ्रॉम द सेल बॉडी, जहाँ पे एक्सॉन सेल बॉडी से इमर्ज हो रहा है। इमर्ज मतलब क्या होता है? निकलना, जहाँ से सेल बॉडी से ये निकल रहे हैं। देयर इज ए स्पेशल रीजन, वहां पे एक स्पेशल रीजन पाया जाएगा, स्पेशल एरियाज पाए जाएंगे, दैट विल बी रेफर्ड एज अ एक्सॉन हेलॉक। ओके, नाउ एक्सॉन हेलॉक इज नथिंग, इज जस्ट अ स्पेशलाइज्ड पार्ट ऑफ द सेल बॉडी। ओके, ये जो सेल बॉडी है उसका एक स्पेशलाइज्ड पार्ट होते हैं न्यूरॉन्स का, दैट कनेक्ट्स टू द एक्सॉन। ओके, मतलब सेल बॉडी और एक्सॉन को कनेक्ट करने का जो एरिया होता है, दैट विल बी नोन एज अ हेलॉक, एक्सॉन हेलॉक। एंड इट कैन बी आइडेंटिफाइड बाय द लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप। लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप का यूज करके आप इसको देख सकते हैं। ओके, इज इट ओके सागर? सागर अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
ओके सर।
ओके, okay, so I hope the axon hillock is clear. Okay, so axon hillock is nothing, it's just a reason, just an area from where sorry, the axon will emerges from the cell body, so that area is known as a axon hillock. Okay, और hillock का मतलब एक small area, small bounds होते हैं, so it will be known as the axon hillock. This is the tapering of the cell body toward the axon fiber. Within the axon hillock, the cytoplasm changes to the solution of limited component, जिसको हम एक्सोप्लाज्म बोलते हैं। जैसे सेल के अंदर जब जो सेल्स होते हैं, जो हम सेल की स्ट्रक्चर स्टडी करते हैं, इन द सेल फ्लूइड इज नोन एज द साइटोप्लाज्म। ओके, सिमिलरली यहाँ पे जो साइटोप्लाज्म है, जो एक्सॉन्स के अंदर पाए जाएंगे, दैट विल बी नोन एज द एक्सोप्लाज्म। ओके, so within the axon hillock, the cytoplasm changes to a solution of limited component, जिसको हम exoplasm बोलते हैं। तो it will also cytoplasm, but it will present inside the axons and have changes into the exoplasm, because the axon hillock represents the beginning of the axon. Axon hillock क्या है? वो एरिया है जहां से एक्सॉन स्टार्ट हो रहा है। ठीक है, तो एक्सॉन जब सेल बॉडी से इमर्ज हो रहा है, जब निकल रहा है, तो उस एरिया को हम बोल रहे हैं एक्सॉन हिलॉक। सो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? एक्सॉन हिलॉक रिप्रेजेंट किसको कर रहा है? बिगिनिंग ऑफ द एक्सॉन, जहां से एक्सॉन शुरू हो रहा है। इट इज आल्सो रेफर्ड टू एज द इनिशियल सेगमेंट, इसको हम इनिशियल सेगमेंट भी कह सकते हैं। Many axons are wrapped by an insulating substance called the myelin, which is actually made of the glial cells. अब यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे बहुत सारे ग्लायल सेल्स मिलेंगे आपको आगे। अब ग्लायल सेल्स क्या है डिस्कस करेंगे नेक्स्ट। ओके, न्यूरोग्लिया इज द सेल that is responsible for the brain tumor. Okay, we know that in the neurons they don't have the power of the regeneration. Okay, in case of injury or disease, okay, when the neuron is going to degenerate, okay, so when the neurons will be degenerate, it cannot regenerate itself like the other cells in the body. Okay, because they don't have the capacity to cell division. Okay, so in that cases, So when the brain tumors derived from the glia, that is called the gliomas, is tend to be highly malignant and to grow the rapidly. So neuroglia are multiplied to fill in the spaces formerly occupied by the neuron. So those spaces that is already occupied by the neurons in our brain, in case if the neurons is got damaged, that place is replaced by the your glia cells, yeah, your neuroglia. Okay, and if it is continuous, then these glia cells will become the tumors and malignant and become the brain tumor or brain cancers. Okay, so for the brain cancer, the only cell that is responsible, that is a neuroglia. Now we have to understand there are the 6 type of the cells. Neuroglia cells are present in the brain, in which 4 present in the central nervous system and 2 present in your peripheral nervous systems. Okay, you can learn these names by the codes, whatever you want. So you have to basically understand the 4 different types, like the astrocyte cells, oligodendrocytes, microglia, and the epidermal cells. So these 4 cells is present in the central nervous system, and the Schwann cell and satellite cells, these 2 neuroglia cells will be present in the peripheral nervous system. So all the 6 type of the neuroglia cells present in the central nervous systems and the peripheral nervous system. Now you can see the astrocyte and satellite cells. Astrocyte present in the CNS, while satellite cell present in the peripheral nervous system, PNS, and both have the same function, that is a supporting function, supporting nature. Second one be the oligodendrocytes and the Schwann cell. They have the insulation and myelination functions. Okay, these can be insulated and myelinated on the axons, on the nerve fibers, on the neurons. चलो देखते हैं. Okay, so first one is the astrocytes, second one is the oligodendrocytes, and third one is the microglia. Now microglia cells that we present in the central nervous system is having the immune surveillance and the phagocytosis in the functions, and the fourth one is the ependymal cells that will use to create the CSF, that is the your cerebrospinal fluids, that fluids that will present in your brain. So these are the neuroglia cells. The 50% of these brains are occupied by these neuroglia, and the neuroglia can be divided into the 6 type of the cells. So 4 present in the central nervous system, 2 present in the peripheral nervous systems. 2 is the satellite cell and Schwann cell. So you can remember the 2 cells that is started from the S letter. Okay, because satellite cell and Schwann cell, both cells are started from the letter S. So those neuroglia cells who started with the S letter will present in the peripheral nervous system. Remaining all 4 cells will present in the central nervous system. Okay, that will be the your astrocyte cells, oligodendrocyte cells, ependymal cells, and microglia. So these are the basic your studies and basic functions of the neuroglia cells. After neuroglia, you will see there is a nerve fibers. Okay, because you know axon is the single extended part of the cell body. Okay, and these axon are having the nerve fibers. Okay, and these nerve fibers it can be myelinated or non-myelinated. We will discuss later when we'll discuss about the classification of the nerve fibers. So the central nervous system is composed of large number of excitable nerve cells and their process called the neurons, that is supported by the specialized tissue that will be called the neuroglia. We already learned these points. The long process of nerve cells are called axon or nerve fibers. Okay, तो जो axons होते हैं, that is also called the nerve fibers. Okay, this will carry the signals. Now, axon may be very short, a 0.1 mm as seen in the many neurons of the CNS, or extremely long 3 meters as when they extend from the peripheral receptor in the skin of the toe to the brain. Now you can understand those nerve fibers that will started from your toe and carry the signals to the brain. Okay, for example, if you are walking on a path, okay, and there is a thorn that is inserted, that is pinched in your toe. Now what will happen? You will just remove your legs. Okay, so in that condition, the impulse, okay, or you can see the stimulus, the receptor will send the signals, that is the sensory nerve fiber stimulation, sensory nerve signals that will travel from the toe to the brain. So these having the nerve that will approx the 3 meter longs. Okay. Now nerve fiber is the name given to the axon of a nerve cells. Bundle of nerve fiber found in the central nervous systems are often referred to as a nerve tract. Okay, so it's a tract that has offered as the bundles of the nerve fiber are present in the central nervous systems, that will be known as the nerve tract. While if it is found in the peripheral nervous system, it is called the peripheral nerves. Now, these are classification of the nerve fibers. How it can be classification? So it can be classified on the basis of their structure, on the basis of their function, on the basis of their secretion, on the basis of their velocity and diameter, as well as depending on their distribution. So these are the several type of the classified nerve fibers. Okay. So if you want to classify the nerve fibers, you can classify according to their different functions, different structures. So overall, if you're talking about the nerve fibers, you should understand the extended part of the cell body that will be known as the axon are called the nerve fibers. ठीक है? जो axons हैं, उन्हें हम nerve fibers कहते हैं. Okay? और इनके साइज 0.3 mm से लेके 3 मीटर तक के हो सकते हैं. Now, जो सबसे पहला है, जिसको हम बोलते हैं depends upon the structure, that will be known as the myelinated or non-myelinated. Okay. So two type of the nerve fiber are basically present in the central and peripheral part of the nervous system, myelinated or non-myelinated. अब पहले हम ये समझ लें what is the myelinated and non-myelinated means. Okay. If there is a axon is wrapped by the Schwann cell or myelin cells, that means it will be known as the myelinated nerve fibers. Okay, अब इसकी property क्या है? Okay, it travel fast. Okay, the action, the stimulus, the nerve impulse travel fast in the myelinated, because in the myelinated nerve fiber there is a node of Ranvier, the gap between these two myelin. Okay, so when the nerve will, when the impulse will travel, it will be jump from one node of Ranvier to the another node of Ranvier, and it will travel further and go fast. While in the non-myelinated nerve, there is a nothing like that myelination. It is not a insulated, and it is also travel the signals. It is also propagate the information, propagate the impulse, but their speed is slow. So myelinated is the one that is surrounded by the myelin sheath, and myelin sheath is not part of the neurons but is formed by the supporting cells. In the central nervous system, the supporting cell is oligodendrocytes. In peripheral nervous system, it is called the Schwann cell. Now remember, we are talking about the neuroglial cells. Neuroglial cells are the supporting cells, nourishment cells, okay, protection cells. So if you're talking about the supporting cells in the central nervous systems, that will be the oligodendrocytes, and in the peripheral nervous system, just Schwann cell. If you remember the classification here, see, oligodendrocytes in the CNS, Schwann cell in the PNS, and their function is the insulation and myelination. So whenever we are talking about the insulation and myelination in the neurons, in the axons, involvement of the oligodendrocytes will be observed. The myelin sheath is segmented discontinuous layer interrupted at a regular intervals, that is the node of Ranvier. And in the CNS, each oligodendrocytes may form and maintain the myelin sheath for as many as the 60 nerve fibers. And in the peripheral nerve system, there is only one Schwann cell for each segment of the nerve fibers. Okay, so that is the difference between the CNS nerve fibers and the PNS nerve fiber. In the CNS nerve fibers, every single oligodendrocytes may form and maintain the myelin sheath. Okay, for the different nerve fibers. While in the peripheral nervous system, only one Schwann cell for each segments of the nerve fibers will be represented. Myelination is a protective insulator covering of the axon that is formed by the Schwann cell. Okay, in the Schwann cell where it will be in the peripheral nervous systems. Double layer membrane of a single Schwann cell wrap itself several times around the axons, 1 mm in the length, 8 to 2 micrometer in the thickness, and layer stick to each other due to the protein P naught. And Schwann cell nucleus lies in the outermost layer. अब Schwann cell की nucleus की property भी हो, if you remember in the last class, I just depicted the one diagram of the neurons, if you remember. Okay, in that Schwann cell nucleus is located just the outermost layer of that particular nerve fibers. So that is the myelination. Now you can see it's axons or nerve fibers, and neurofibrils, it have the myelin sheath that is insulated these axons, nerve fibers, and then nucleus of the Schwann cell is represented and located the outer layer of this sheath. Now axon membrane is here, the neurolemma, that is the known of the sheath of the Schwann cell, and the node of Ranvier is here located. These all things about the myelinated. Now what about the non-myelinated nerve fibers? अब non-myelinated nerve fibers क्या होते हैं? Non means नहीं होंगे. So example are the smaller axon of the central nervous systems, the post-ganglionic axon of the autonomic part of the nervous system, and some fine sensory axon associated with pain. वो nerve fibers that will carry the pain, जो pain को response को carry करते हैं, okay? या the post ganglionic axons होंगे किसके? Autonomic part of the nervous systems के होंगे. So these are called the non-myelinated nerve fibers. And in the non-myelinated nerve fibers, there is no need of any myelination. कोई insulation नहीं होगा, कोई insulators नहीं होंगे. No need of the Schwann cells or like this oligodendrocyte cells. It's just axon nerve fibers होंगे, okay? And the signals will propagate. इसमें myelination की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Second, जो हमारा होगा depending upon the function. According to the function, nerve fibers can be categorized into two parts. One is the sensory nerve fibers. Second is the motor nerve fibers. Sensory, that means afferent, that will carry the signals from the receptor to the brain, while motor, yeah, efferent, that will send the signals from brain to the organs. Someone can raise the hand. आदित्य,
यस सर।
बेटा मेरी आवाज प्रॉपर आ रही है ना?
सर ये ब्रेक हो रही थी।
ओके ओके, और ऐसा कुछ तो नहीं है, इंग्लिश ज्यादा तो नहीं हो रही है, मतलब इट्स कंफर्टेबल ना?
नो सर, यस सर, कंफर्टेबल।
ओके ओके, एनीवन एल्स? इफ यू हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम in the speaking about the English, is the English is the more as compared to Hindi, or Hindi is nothing like that, so please tell me, so I will include the both. Okay, so if you have any difficulties, just raise your hand and tell me about that. If you will not tell me about your problems, okay, then it is not possible to solve me. So if you have any difficulties, अगर कोई problem है तो बता देना, otherwise फिर solve कैसे होगा? ठीक है? For everyone. Okay, so depending upon the function, according to the function, we can divide the nerve fibers into the sensory and motor. So those nerve fibers that will carry the information to the brain, that will be the sensory nerve fibers. For example, if you touch a hot object, okay, or if you touch a hot water, then what will happen? You will feel the hotness, you will feel the pain. So that means your skin having some receptor, and that receptor will just carry the signals from your hands to the brain. Okay, so these nerve fibers that is involved in the carrying the information from hand to brain. So there are the signals, okay, that is carried forwarded from hand to the brain. So these are the sensory information, sensory nerve fibers that will perform this function. And after that, the brain will decide what we have to do. Okay, so brain will send the command from brain to that particular hands. So nerve fibers that will carry the impulses away from the brain to the particular organ, that will be the motor division, or you can say the motor nerve fibers. So motor division can be divided into the subdivision. One is the somatic and one is the autonomic. अब ये भी बड़ी important है. It is also interesting things. So you can also divide the nerve fibers according to the you can say like that somatic and autonomic nerve fibers. For example, somatic nerve fibers will involve in those cases where you can willingly, you can desirely perform that particular function. For example, if I want to pull my leg, if I want to pull my arms, then I can do it. Okay, it's your will, it's your desire. You can move your arm, you can move your legs. Okay, so these are the somatic nerve fibers. Okay, these all function is performed voluntary. Okay, so these all will be carried out by the somatic nerve fibers, while autonomic nerve fibers will involve in the involuntary cases. For example, you know, in your alimentary canal there is a movement, okay, that is the you can say the propulsive movement. Okay, in that cases the food is forwarded from one place to another place. Okay, in the stomach there is a peristalsis. Okay, the food is churning inside the stomach, because if you're talking about the esophagus, if you're talking about the stomach, if you're talking about the intestines, every cells have performing some propulsive movement that will propel the food from one place to another place. That movement we cannot control. It's beyond our limitations. We cannot say to our esophagus, we cannot say the intestinal cells or intestinal muscles kindly push the foods. Not possible for us. It's an autonomic nervous system. It's decided autonomic. We cannot decide it willingly. Okay, it's unwillingly. That is known as the involuntary. That does not depend upon our desire. Okay, we cannot control our heart rate willingly. If you run fast, it will increase. Okay, so all those things, those who can willingly control, like your muscles, like your arms pull up, push up, like your legs movement. So nerve fibers involved in these cases are known as the somatic nerve fibers. That is voluntary, most important, voluntary. It's depend upon our desire. If I want, I will do. If I don't want, I will not do it. While the autonomic nerve fibers are those cases where it does not depend upon our desire. Okay, we cannot control the movement in the intestine. We cannot control the movement in our esophagus. So these all will be carried out by the autonomic nervous system. So these are the difference between the somatic and autonomic nervous systems. or you can say the somatic and autonomic nerve fibers. Yes, Vinay.
Involuntary action we can control. Yes, sir.
वॉल्वेंट्री का मतलब होता है इच्छा से.
तो इस पे अपना कंट्रोल रहेगा ना.
हाँ, जब आप चाहो उसे कंट्रोल कर सकते हो. जो आपकी मर्जी है, जो आपकी इच्छा है, आप वो परफॉर्म कर सकते हो. दैट इज नोन एज द वॉल्वेंट्री.
इनवॉल्वेंट्री पे अपना कंट्रोल नहीं हो सकता.
वॉल्वेंट्री का मतलब है कि जो आपकी इच्छा के अंदर नहीं है, जो आपके कंट्रोल के बाहर है, जिसे आप जब चाहो कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते हो. दैट इज नोन एज द इनवॉल्वेंट्री.
ओके.
ओके. ओके. Now यहाँ पे देखो, there's the image depicted that is also show the sensory input that will be you can say the sensory nerve fibers. Okay, and that will carry the signals from the particular sense organs to the brain. Now brain is integrated, then giving the commands that will be the motor output. Yeah, you can say the motor nerve fibers. Okay. Now third classification of the nerve fibers is depending upon the secretion of neurotransmitter. So nerve fibers can also be classified according to the release of neurotransmitter. So there are the two type of the nerve fibers released neurotransmitter. The first one is the adrenergic nerve fibers. That will be release the adrenaline or noradrenaline. Either you can say the epinephrine or norepinephrine. So in these cases, whatever the neurotransmitter will be released, according to that, the nerve fibers can be classified. While second is the cholinergic nerve fibers. So cholinergic nerve fibers will be released the acetylcholine neurotransmitter. So those nerve fibers that is involved in the release of the acetylcholine, that are the cholinergic nerve fibers. और वो nerve fibers जो एड्रेनलिन या नॉर एड्रेनलिन रिलीज कर रहे हैं, वो बोले जाएंगे एड्रेनर्जिक नर्व फाइबर्स. सो दीज आर द डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सिक्रेशन ऑफ न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर. Now fourth classification that will be depend upon the conduction of velocity and diameter. Okay, so three major types depending on the basis of the diameter and the rate of conduction. Okay, it is the another parameter. So which type of the conduction is going, what is the velocity of the that particular impulse, and what is the diameter of the that particular nerve fibers. According to that, there are the three major types that will be depend upon the basis of diameter and the rate of conduction. किस speed में impulse travel हो रहे हैं. So nerve fibers can be categorized, can be divided into type A, type B and type C nerve fibers. Okay. So these are the classification of the nerve fiber, speed of conduction and size. Now you can see here fiber type A, B and C. Conduction velocity is there. Fiber diameter are mentioned here. Their function is mentioned here. It is myelinated or non-myelinated. It is also mentioned here. And then seen to the local anesthesia. Okay. Whatever their sensation is there. अगर हम फाइबर्स टाइप ए की बात कर रहे हैं, ओके, द ए फाइबर्स इज डिवाइडेड इनटू द अल्फा, बीटा, गामा एंड डेल्टा. फाइबर ए conduction velocity is approximate 70 to 120 meter per second. Beta is 40 to 70 meter per second. Gamma is 10 to 50 meter per second. Delta is 6 to 30 meter per second. And they have a different diameter, like the 12 to 20 micrometer of the alpha. Now these things you have to remember, these things you have to learn on your tongue, that what is the conduction velocity of the that particular fiber, what is the diameter and functions. For example, alpha is involved in the motor skeletal function, beta in the sensory, touch, pressure and vibration. Okay, whenever we touch, whenever we feel the object, okay, there is an involvement of the beta fibers. while the muscle spindle will involvement will present with the gamma. Pain, temperature, touch will also presented by the delta fiber. बीटा फाइबर की अगर हम बी फाइबर्स की बात करें, आफ्टर द ए फाइबर्स देयर इज ए बी फाइबर्स. B fiber will present on the preganglionic autonomic, while C fibers will also cause available for the pain, temperature, and the postganglionic autonomic. And these all are the myelinated. These are all the insulated by the oligodendrocyte cells or Schwann cells, except the C fibers. C fiber is the non-myelinated. Okay. So these are the classification of the nerve fibers based on their speed of conduction, velocity and size. Now, अब अगर property की बात करें, एक बार just let me remind one thing again that we discussed about the nerve fibers based on their structure. Okay. Second, based on their function. Third one, based on the secretion and the conduction and velocity, and upon the distributions. Okay, so these are the nerve fiber classified which we discussed. Now, if it's talking about the properties of the nerve fibers, what will be the properties of the nerve fibers? क्या properties हो सकती हैं? So excitability is there, conductivity is there, unflexibility is there, refractive period is there, all or none response will be there, summation and accommodation. So these are the 7 properties of the nerve fiber. Now we have the quiz. In which of the following place would you not be find cerebrospinal fluids? ऐसे कौन सा प्लेस है जिसमें आप CSF फाइंड नहीं करते हैं? सबअरेक्नॉइड स्पेस इसमें तो होता है. थर्ड वेंट्रिकल ऑफ द ब्रेन वेंट्रिकल्स में भी होते हैं. द एपिड्यूरल स्पेस and the central canal of the spinal canals में भी होंगे, spinal cord में, epidural space में नहीं होंगे. So yes, epidural space is there. Answer C is correct. Where is the cerebrospinal fluid found? कहाँ पाया जाता है? Between the pia mater and the brain, pia mater और brain के बीच में, between the dura mater and arachnoid mater, between the dura mater and the pia mater, between the arachnoid mater and the brain. Yes, it will found between the arachnoid matter and the brain. You can see subarachnoid space between the arachnoid matter and the pia mater. So that will be the brain. So yes, answer D is correct. What is the blood-brain barrier? It is the inner 2 meninges that surround the brain. It is formed by the capillaries of choroid plexus and ependymal cell. It is the endothelial cell of capillaries that supply the brain and their astrocyte. It is cerebrospinal fluids that bathes the brain. So we know the blood-brain barrier is the endothelial cell of the capillaries that supplies the brain and their astrocytes. So answer C is correct. What is found between the arachnoid and pia mater? Arachnoid mater और pia mater के बीच में क्या पाया जाता है? Adipose tissue, venous sinuses, choroid plexus, cerebrospinal fluids. So yes, cerebrospinal fluids. So answer D is correct. Which one of the following is not a function of the cerebrospinal fluids? इसमें से ऐसा कौन सा है जो CSF का फंक्शन नहीं है? To produce hormone? ये नहीं है. It is not a function. To transport nutrients around the brain? Yes. CSF is transport the nutrients around the brain. C. To protect the spinal cord? Yes, it protects the spinal cords. To cushion the brain? Yes, it acts as a cushion the brain. So answer A is correct. Okay. The CSF will not produce the hormones. Next question. Which molecule has the greatest effect in controlling the lung ventilation? Which molecule has greatest effect in controlling lung ventilation? So we know carbon dioxide in the blood having the greatest effect in controlling the lung ventilation. Oxygen in the blood is not, hydrogen ions in the blood is not, oxygen in the CSF is not, so C is correct. What are the 3 meninges and 2 named spaces that surround the brain? क्या नाम है उनके? In order to form the superficial to the deep, we are talking about the superficial to deep, ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ अगर हम बात करें, outermost to innermost layers की बात कर रहे हैं. So what are the 3 meninges? We know the most outer layer is the dura mater, then arachnoid mater, then pia mater. So if you see what are the 3 meninges and 2 named spaces that surround the brain. So epidural, dura, arachnoid,
subarachnoid and paya. Yes, it is correct. सबसे बाहर जो स्पेस है वो एपिड्यूरल स्पेस है, उसके बाद ड्यूरा मैटर्स है, फिर अरेक्नॉइड मैटर्स है, फिर सब अरेक्नॉइड स्पेस है एंड सब पाया मैटर्स है. ओके, देयर इज आल्सो सबड्यूरल स्पेस बिटवीन द ड्यूरा एंड अरेक्नॉइड. सो आंसर डी इज करेक्ट हियर. Which layer of membrane around the brain is the most superficial? ब्रेन की कौन सी लेयर है जो सबसे सुपरफिशियल लेयर है? So we know the tough matter, dura matter is there, so yes, answer is correct. What do the descending tract of spinal cord contain? जो spinal cords के descending tracts होते हैं वो क्या contains कर रहे हैं? White matter and transmit the second sensory information, white matter and transmit the motor commands, gray matter and transmit the sensory information, gray matter and transmit the motor commands. It will be white matter. जो descending tracts होते हैं spinal cords के, it will be a white matter and will transmit the motor commands. So answer B is correct. One of the following is not a meninges. अब इसमें से ऐसी कौन सी है जो meninges नहीं है? Pia matter है, Alma matter, Arachnoid matter, Dura matter. So we know Alma matter is nothing. So here the answer B is correct, Alma matter. Now these are the reference book, and also I will tell you that in this topic we discuss about the first meninges, and then there are three different meninges is there. Like the most outer layer is the dura matter, and then arachnoid matter, and the space between dura and arachnoid is the subdural space, and the most inner layer that is just cover the brain, that will be the pia matter, and the space between the arachnoid matter and pia matter is the subarachnoid space. So this subarachnoid space is filled with the cerebrospinal fluids, and the space between the that will be dura matter and arachnoid matter subdural space, that will be filled with the interstitial fluids. This CSF will circulate inside the brain through the ventricle cavity. It will also form in the choroid plexus of the ventricles, where the ependymal cells will be there through the filtration and secretion of the blood capillaries. The choroid plexus present in the ventricles. So वहाँ से CSF का formation हो रहा है, and then CSF having the vital roles we have all have seen. Now these are the reference book. Through this reference book you can go and you can study the well about these meninges and cerebrospinal fluids. Like Tortora is here, Bell Melinda is there, Robin and Cotton is there, and White King is there. So these are the standard books. You can also follow the Ross and Wilson will be there, that have the well explanation about the nervous system. Okay, so till then, thank you. We will meet again in the next class with new and interesting topic. Till then, thank you.